Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. In front of us with a LITEMALADSP MLite-880. It's an AM, FM stereo, long wave, VHF, airband, single sideband, shortwave, SDR portable radio. During this video, I'll perform an evening medium wave band scan with the Terk Advantage passive loop directly connected. First we'll go over features, second we'll do a size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band. So here we are, the MLite-880. Think of it as a light version of the DSP-2. That's what it is. It's an SDR radio itself. It just doesn't have a lot of options, but enough. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, $180 currently at the website. I'll have linked in the paid link section. Check it out if you so desire the radio. You guys are awesome. Plus you get a cool radio, definitely for the price. So let's go over options and features of the LITEMALADSP. So features, we have external antenna jack. This is neat because it goes high Z or 50 ohm and also provides bias T power from the radio. Nice. It's got soft touch plastics going on here. I'm not a super fan of it, but it is what it is. We got a high gloss top here, their model number. There's 3 LED indicators. We got one here. When the bias T is activated, this light comes on blue. Over here we have a charge status indicator, turns red when we're charging and green when it's finished. And next to it we have a Bluetooth symbol. This radio does Bluetooth transmit. Yes, it transmits its audio. So if you have wireless earbuds, you're in business. If you want to use a different wireless speaker, you're in business. So I love it. Bluetooth send, thank you. We have a dot matrix display, about 2 3/4 inch. Let me just turn this on. You get an idea here. Slider. It's got their name. And there you go. So it's got a spectrum display. It's kind of hard to see. I'm going to put a backdrop here, and it's going to get, oh, there we go. It's going to get a little wonky, but it's so you can at least read the screen all the time. But yeah, we got a signal strength meter here for some reason, but I got one right there. Frequency. We have antenna we're using. Modulation, the time, it's 11:56 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois, USA for the sake of the band scan. We have our spectrum, and where we're centered on the frequency. That's nice, and it's actually very handy. Lower sideband, upper sideband. Muted audio, of course. I just muted it, and our battery status right now. So that's how that screen works. Well, I guess we'll just leave it on. Our speaker here, under his plastic speaker grill, is up 1 3/4 inch. Sounds fairly good. I like it for voice. A lot of options under the keypad. So first you can, of course, use the keypad for direct entry frequencies, but also if you look, there's an option under each little button. So step function for 1, so tons of steps. 2, mode button, of course, AM modulation, your upper sideband, lower sideband, synchronous AM. There is that. I don't know if we'll touch on that or not in this video. Radio settings, a bunch of them. Frequency set, that's when you want to direct enter frequencies. You got to hit that first. Visual lets you control the spectrum a little bit, and it lets you control the brightness of the screen. You can't turn it off, but you can go down to 5 seconds or up to 300 seconds. I don't know why that is. Or light always on. I like light always off, please. Thank you. Audio. Cool, it has 3 filter settings. We're going to just use the one probably tonight, but they're all customizable. And there's 3 on single sideband as well. Record feature, which could use a little polishing. It does work. It's just not fantastic. It just does the job. We have channel memory. We have 500 presets on this radio, which is fantastic. 50 per page. We got 10 pages here, as you can see, 1 through 0. And yeah, you can name them too, with 8 characters. Love it. 9, this is interesting. I don't think it was in the manual, but if you press and hold and let go, it disables the LCD. Now that's nice if you're using the telescopic because it reduces noise. When you're using external antennas, you don't usually hear a difference, so that won't be used as much. But it's nice to know it's there. This is used for adding decimal points, the asterisk. 0 bands, ton of bands available to you. Like I mentioned, long wave all the way up to 2 meter. And over here we have an enter confirmation button. Awesome. ABCD, just as it says. AB usually pages when you're in menu settings. Also has sub-menus. As you can see, it mutes the radio, headphone speaker, speaker mode, and again, back to mute. It's pretty nice. B is ghost access to squelch. That's if you're using airband, it's really nice, or 2 meter. Noise reduction, which we will touch on. I like noise reduction. This radio is just a fantastic option. If you press and hold this, it takes you to right to the setting for the noise reduction, and you can adjust the threshold. And down here, return, which is nice. So you can backspace and get out of the menu. So yeah, let's do a size comparison real quick. and then we'll get cruising the band because yeah, Coast to Coast is coming on, but yeah, can't rush it unfortunately. But that's what it is. With this over here, we have CC Pocket in the house. Current time is the same, 11:58. Chicago, Illinois, USA. Sake of the band scan. I think I said that. We are the beginning of March now, 2026. Okay, there you go. What else we got? We usually got a CC Skywave in the house. You getting the idea right? I'm not going to zoom the thing up. I got it perfect height right now. But you get the idea. This isn't that large of a radio. It looks big, but it really isn't. So yeah, comparing it there. And then we have, what else? Deck of cards. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves his radios from Light, whatever land, 880 land. I don't know, making stuff up. ML 880 land. You get the idea. Man. MLite, that's it. So, yeah, I forgot to mention there's stuff on this side too. Let's take a look. We have the USB charging, 1 amp input, headphone jack, our volume, of course, tuning knob, and frequency. So you press this in, change the volume, press it in for frequency. It's kind of a pain. Not a fan of the volume being attached to that. I'd rather have had a volume wheel here somewhere. I got room right there. Top of the radio, we have a micro SD card slot for the record feature, on-off switch, which is just inexpensive plastics. Not a fan of that either, but The antenna is 28 inches and swivels, and of course clears here, so you can use your little kick-out stand, which is on the back. Rock and roll, we got the frequency ranges as well. Long wave all up to 30 megahertz there, and then of course we got VHF 65 to 108, and our air band, and of course going into 2 meters. Modulation types. And we're running a 21700 unprotected button top. Goes in there, so there you are. Okay, cool. Let's hook up the antenna and start cruising the band. All right, yeah. I got excited. I wanted to do the Iron Man card thing. All right, so we have a Terk Advantage. We're going to directly connect it with a simple patch cable. If you know anything about your passive loops, they usually have a 1/8 inch jack coming out the back. That's to hook it up to radios. So there you go. We're going to do that. I'll be aiming this edge of this loop because the reflection there towards the station I'm trying to receive, and I'll be tuning that center tuner as well as we go. And you'll see it changing on the spectrum. So I'm going to go ahead and just hook this up right now. So we got our TS here. Now when you're using BiSD power, they provide an adapter, which is actually TRS, which is extra for the sending the power over the line. So let's go ahead and just hook this up. There's no power here. It's just high as Z. All right, let's turn this on. Audio. All right, we'll go to our first station. Actually, 530 might pick up something, so let's turn this up. Pushing this in. I think for this video, yeah, I guess I'll do what I did in the last one. It's going to get a little wonky color-wise, but at least you get to see the display when the light's on. Alright, please, this should work. Shouldn't have to turn the radio. That's a bonus. Noise reduction. Love it. Okay, let's tune it down. Okay, that's CHLO. Wow, I'm excited because that's doesn't usually come in that clear. 530 Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts. They say. I don't know if that's true or not. They could have updated that, but yeah, going northeast. So we have north, east, southwest. Awesome. Look at that signal. You can see the signal next to it over there. 540. This is cool. Go ahead and unmute this. Same station, okay. Sometimes I pick up Cuba. Nope, okay.
Connect your light. Catch 540 WAUK's News Roundup in podcast form. Subscribe now at WAUKradio.com. The Bucks get beat by Boston. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NBA. The Bucks lose to the Celtics.
So as you can see, the signal strength, we can see it moving. I mean, on the spectrum here, as I'm adjusting the center tuning knob on the Terk, and there is our signal strength meter. Now you can turn that off if you don't want that little bar graph. I'm just gonna leave it on. But yeah, pretty neat. And then of course we can do the noise reduction. So let's go and mute this.
24 finals. You just gotta take it a game at a time. You know, we dropped 3. Have Atlanta, Utah, and one more. I don't remember who else, but we just gotta come out high test it. Hopefully I can be in a better rhythm. help our team better, and try to win the next one.
The Bucks host the Atlanta Hawks Wednesday night. Tip off at 8:30. Baseball. The Brewers with a couple of days off before they host the Chicago Cubs at 2:10 Wednesday afternoon in Arizona. The Brewers learned several of their players.
There you go. Cool.
Kyle, who is not identified, suffered serious head injuries.
It is powered by Gruber.
The hospital in San John Physical here.
Ah, cool. That's coming in nice.
And that is the World Days at Work. Person being used. I'm Neil Herman.
Good evening. This is CBC Radio 1. I'm Weather Specialist Nikki Wolf with your south and central forecast. Tonight in the south, we'll see partly cloudy skies with lows near -9. North and some chances of snow late this evening into the overnight.
Okay, so we're picking up CBK 540 Watrous, Saskatchewan, 1,025 miles away. Nice. Very cool.
Saskatoon, those lows will be near -15 and close to -19 for East Central. Hello, I'm Nika Tom.
Good evening. I'm Chris House. This is As It Happens, the Midnight Edition.
There's the clock right there. Top of the hour. Volume.
Issue in order has been chaos after searching for a place to go to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, or you're just getting tired of
Mostly cloudy and not too cold outside tonight. Below down at 27 with light southerly winds. On Tuesday, mostly cloudy with a chance of light rain or sleet in the far south, mainly during the morning. Then some breaks of sunshine for our Tuesday afternoon. High temps are about 45 with south to southwest winds at 5 miles per hour. On Tuesday night, decreasing clouds with some fog possible towards Wednesday morning, low 26. Wednesday, partly cloudy, feeling like spring, high near 50. On Thursday, mostly cloudy with a mix of light rain, mainly south of Marathon County again, high 45. Friday, cloudy with rain likely across the area, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, high 49. On Saturday, a chance of rain, then decreasing clouds, high near 50. Sunday, partly to mostly sunny and warm, high 65. I'm 9 storm tracks to rise to Jacksonville, Los Angeles, 550. FM 99.9.
Okay, I'm not sure what that we're listening to. I had to sit there and listen through the whole forecast. You did too, unless you fast forwarded. But yeah, yeah. I don't know if that was a new log. That's why I waited, because I don't. This direction, we're pointed southeast, northwest. So hopefully I got that. I heard a W call letter there, so I'm thinking it's this direction. So yeah, all right. I guess we'll keep going. But that was fun. Gonna go faster now. Coast to coast.
My message to President Trump is he will go down in the annals of Iranian history as the most celebrated.
560 WIND, Chicago, the answer. Local, I forgot to mention 550, that's KTRS in that direction as well. But when I turned it that way, definitely got the different station. That's why I was hovering. That was cool. All right.
Freedom is back in style. Welcome to
Freedom's back in style. Okay. Coast. Yeah, sometimes this thing picks up. It's an interesting slow fast tuning. Okay, that was KZO on 590. I'm just gonna keep going because yeah, George Norrie's here all over. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 600. This is 610. Coast to coast is there as well. Let's keep going. Oops.
And target acquisition, right through to strategy. And clearly, every military in the world has got an incentive to adopt AI and figure out how they can use it wisely. And at the same time as they have an incentive to make sure that they are adopting it.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts.
Why
Okay, country music, CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles to the northeast, 6,000 watts. Yeah, I love just seeing this. This really helps you tune the radio in. Too bad you can't widen the spectrum or narrow it like you can the DSP2. You kind of give that up for the light version. But it's still useful, especially using it for ham radio as well.
December and early January. Through the years, we literally watched control of your institution.
2 stations.
And comments he's made.
So we're picking up WOI in this direction, Ames, Iowa, 265 miles, 1,000 watts. And we're picking up WMF in Peatone, which is actually that way, 75 miles away, 1,600 watts at night. So as I move the loop around and null out the other stations. So at night you pick up tons of stations on medium wave. Come on. There we go. Whoop. Okay, so that's WSM, Nashville, Tennessee. Nice. Let's get that blazing. There we go. Get that spectrum straight up. Okay, so yeah, this is to the south here, southeast. We are at a distance of 434 miles to WSM. All right. There we go.
So that's why I was like, okay, that sounds like a pretty good deal, even though I know it's far away from where you usually sit.
Where'd you get this?
So 660 here, WFAN, New York, 750 miles. This is great because you can see 670s, boom, and this is a Chicago station right here. And 650 is coming in pretty strong as well. But the Terk really lets you get that selectivity you want. Makes a huge difference. If you just had more of a broadband loop, active loop, you might be picking up bleed over from these stations. But this Terk Advantage is definitely doing a good job.
Well, it's pretty high up. And as I said, I don't really like sitting up there. So like I said, we'll walk around and
it's long, but maybe it could have been a probation violation. I don't know. I say all that to say Arby's ain't that bad then.
670 the score, WSCR, Chicago.
I can't play it because I don't know what's on. Iranians celebrate their liberation. It starts with a choice. You have to put on blinders and
Okay, just picking up CGLB. I'll put a pop up here for this 680. Oops.
And may I remind you that this Ayatollah suggested
700.
Cast except us is drinking whiskey on theirs. Well.
On the church, still learning and reading, and then I ended up in the Messianic Jewish congregation, which was in the basement of the hotel.
All right. The president has, I don't know, what did they say, several Diet Cokes throughout the day, right? There are people that, they call themselves Diet Coke fiends, What about caffeine?
I know. WLW 700, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east. Cool. There's 720 right there jamming. A little bit of 710, something going on there.
The one thing they weren't going to shut down.
Not sure what we're picking up there. It could be WOR. Not sure. That's New York. Yeah, it's pointing the right direction. That's cool. Okay, keep going.
Of course.
That's true. Yeah.
But Honeybee. Okay, on VJ. Let's see if anything comes up. And let's see. Okay. I got the Honeybee.
720 WGN Chicago.
interesting. 1964, and David Gates produced it. That's
yeah.
7:30. A little bit of country music? Yeah, I hear it. CKDM, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong, could be right. Or CKAC. Okay, I'm pointed towards that direction, which is Dauphin, Manitoba. 820 miles. If that's what we're hearing. Oh, noise reduction kills it. Okay, cool. Keep going.
Through the new millennium, the number ones at one. Hosted by Eva D. Our one and only.
I'll bet you got a number one hit on your hands.
The number ones at one.
Are we playing favorites?
You bet we are.
Sounds like a number one hit tune, all right.
740 Zoomer Radio CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Okay, long press. Here we go.
Yeah, and he agrees that a lot of this is going to depend on being able to launch SLS more frequently, and that is questionable. He's still...
WSB Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast. I'm going to have to really step it up here.
Shield.
And veins, because there was nothing else to take for it. And I'm saying that as that's a legitimate question. If you're looking at the Supreme Court...
760 Detroit, Michigan, WJR, 270 miles east.
That you can't use it, not...
Or, wow. One of those reactions. And I didn't know that. It's like when you hear music for the first time, and somebody plays a band you've never heard. You say, I love that. So yesterday, or today,
So WABC 770, New York City, New York, 750 miles.
all of a sudden, I was thinking about Nancy Gus.
Stories that lift you up.
All week, we're sharing good news stories that'll lift your spirits and remind you what makes our communities.
780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago.
Good news from neighborhoods across.
Oh, I just heard it. CKLW. Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles. That's cool. I just heard it was like really quiet. Hopefully it picked up on the microphone here. That'd be nice. Okay.
Right now, when you transfer your investments, like all the rest.
Tractor Supply or to 9 per day, depending on the thing on the day. And people that were on her staff came from no. She doesn't do that every day. And then they said in 20, I don't know, the latest years, the couple years before she died, she was told by doctors, you got to...
Mixing stations here, 820. This is WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles. Sounds like there's some kind of Hispanic music maybe in the background. And yeah, that's pretty cool, picking up that distance. Awesome. Let's keep going.
Answer a few questions and applied for our permit right from home. Thanks to reciprocity laws between states, when you're issued a New Hampshire concealed carry permit, you can legally carry in any state that...
So here's 830 WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles, directly west. Coming in nice and strong. Coast to coast here next to it, 840 WHAS. Just kind of skim that.
Today, go to getccl.com.
CriticalHealthNews.com for a really good business opportunity. We don't have to be poor. Join our business team and let us show you our path to independence. New at CriticalHealthNews.com. That's CriticalHealthNews.com. Whether you're east or west of the Rockin.
So 850 is KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west.
Honnête et sincère de rentrer en relation avec les gens, en fait.
Est-ce que ça t'est arrivé de sentir ton parfum sur quelqu'un que tu connais pas?
Totalement.
Comme par hasard?
Je vais vous raconter une histoire. J'ai rencontré le nez d'Hermès, Christine Nagel, j'ai rencontré plusieurs fois d'ailleurs. Et lorsque je l'ai...
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario. Cool.
Oui, écrit les odeurs, en fait, parce que le nez travaille pas seulement dans la fine parfumerie.
Go too fast, it jumps to It's like, come on. 870, nothing. Usually I get something. I'm there. Okay, let's keep going.
Email season tickets at Yankees.com. For 2026 Yankees season tickets, email season tickets at Yankees.com today.
Finish your high school diploma for you and your family. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free adult.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. This is 880 WHSQ, New York, New York. As you could hear, they were selling Yankees tickets. Sweet.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everything.
Negate your right to own the gun. My answer would be no, it should not. And
here's 890 WLS, Chicago.
Ownership and everything. Oh, there's a
little quicker now.
Full black dark hair.
So that's WFAW Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, rocking out there. Some rock music in the evening. I love it. Before that was Relevant Radio. After that's Relevant Radio. Locals.
For 2-carat Todderbert lab-grown diamond stud earrings, regular price $2,199. Now on sale at $777. All 2-carat or larger lab-grown diamonds are IGI certified BSP clarity and F color or better. Discover why they have 50,000.
Fouad Izzadi is a professor at the University of Tehran. That's where we reached him.
Okay, CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
Still the only unbeaten team in Division 1, 29-0. But not everybody's sold like TNT analyst Bruce Pearl.
1000 WMVP, Chicago.
Select the 68 best teams.
Journalist Julie K. Brown. Permit through, I think we counted 4 presidential administrations failed these victims.
Listen to Bleep with Ada Navarro on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Bleep with Ada Navarro and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Traffic and weather together. The Subaru retailers of New England. All-wheel drive. Traffic on the 3s.
Welcome back to the Kite Show. Up next, we have Nico. Nico is a member of the Shelter Pet group.
That's right. A group known especially for their sunspot sleeping, ball chasing, leg rubbing.
Okay, this is a WBZ. I was waiting for the call letters. Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles. Okay, let's keep going. Oops.
I'd also like to point out her coat's wonderful.
You don't want to use it for very long, or there's potential serious reaction to that.
Here's 1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles. Yeah, I don't know. I'm running out of time here. It's almost 30 minutes in. It might be a longer video.
Of cancer. So science, use a cell phone to your head an hour or so in bed. A little bit of intention.
Coast to coast. I can't hover on it, man. This is WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin. Pretty close to me. 30 miles away. 250 watts at night. Yeah. That's good. Let's keep going.
On the Jersey side between exits 4 and 5. We do have one lane closure for about another hour and a half. If it's 8 less than 10, I'm up 22%. Overnight, we're down to 32.
Okay, this is KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles on 1060.
Things are more susceptible to the exposures than the hands and the skin of your hand.
So 1100 WTM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Handwriting about it. Line over there on the other side.
Here is KMOX 1120, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles. All right.
How you're going to use this in a sentence, but
any offensive
Here's 1140 WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. Now I'm going to speed up the dial here.
grandchildren. And I thought about it a little bit. And I said,
This is WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
a laptop could ever.
Oh, we can DX with this. Nice.
Device that my kids can put in between their laptop and their lap when they're using it on the.
Rangers, meanwhile, trailed 4-0 entering the third period. And not to be comeback, they are seeking their first win after trailing by 4 or more goals in the third period in franchise history, but they wound up losing in overtime. Rangers.
So 1530 is WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. I think this is WH. I'm trying to remember that guy. KXEL, excuse me. Waterloo, Iowa there. Let's go ahead and hear that.
Chicago has seen the fastest increases in annual rent prices on single-family homes, with a 4.8% gain in December. Philadelphia had the second highest jump in rents, according to Cotality, with notable gains in Detroit, the New York Metro, and Los Angeles as well. Single-family home rents, though, of course, are falling in some metros.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, on 1540, and that's 210 miles to the west. Yeah. Let's go ahead and keep going. We're almost done. Yeah, I just kind of sped through the graveyard part of the band. There's a lot there, though. I was only pointing at east-west, so yeah, it was cool. I was trying to tune it as I went, but let's finish this up. Some music on 1590. Nice. CHHA. Music with noise reduction, not so cool, but with voice, just fine. Definitely not music, it just cuts too much off. But there we are. It sounds like definitely in a can. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, to the north. East, 460 miles. Cool. It jumps a bit. It's a little annoying, but it's nice when you're going through the shortwave. You want to go a little quicker. It's handy. 1640. Sounds like another sports station.
You've heard different reports with Colin Murray in many places, many places. There's only a few teams that need quarterback here. Where it can go. But if you want to talk about what the best way for Colin Murray, I've heard the Vikings, the Vikings want to go in here for maybe for the
3 stations covering the same exact program. Some music here. So I think it's Adult Contemporary WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland. 685 miles. Sounds about right. Right at the last station here. I think we're picking up just a little bit of KKLF out of Richardson, Texas, Southwest. 790 miles. There we are. We're done. The MLite-880. Yeah, awesome radio. Loving it. This thing is just fantastic. I didn't even show you all the options, but in the review video, I'll try to go over everything because, yeah, I'll just be skimming mostly on the scans. I'm not going to be able to spend as much time, going through each frequency, but that is fun to do. But yeah, I mean, when you go to bands, there's just so much available to you. Just a wide variety. I think what are these bands here? Your broadcast bands. Yeah, these are all your broadcast bands. I don't know if you guys can read that. Hopefully you guys can read that. That screen washout sucks. I mean, in person it's readable, but in the camera it's a little harder to see. But yeah, it's about as good as I'm going to get it. You can page and see more frequencies. Here's your amateur bands. So all set up for amateurs. Go right to them, which is fantastic. We got CB here. Let's listen to CB today. It was cool. 4 meter, 2 meter. Okay, cool. And then you can jump to your standard FM band and air band. So the air band on here is awesome too. So anyway, let's go ahead and return. So yeah, the LITEMALADSP is a winner in my book. I hope you enjoyed this video and you like this radio. It's totally worth the money at $180. Yeah, it's a good experience. The tuning encoder isn't the best out there, but if you utilize your 500 presets nice and utilize this keypad quite a bit, you don't have to tune a whole lot. So I find myself that only using this mainly to fine tune. And you can listen to conversations on ham radio all night long, all day long. Yeah, they're there. Very enjoyable. Two, if you like these radios and want to see more, hit subscribe at the bell icon, get notified of future releases. And of course, 3, comment down below what you think about the new MLite-880. It's something you're thinking about getting. Does it interest you enough? Do you like the spectrum display? Do you like the SDR components? Yeah, I'm a fan of what this radio is trying to do here. It's executed fairly well. I would say for the money, yeah, not bad at all. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.